Hey guys, what's up? Tags here. We're back with the TheAfRoLeague Monaco, the next race of the season. Always a really tough part of the season because we know that Monaco is a really hard track to get right, and you've got to have a lot of skill to put your car in the right positions at the right time. You can see here, I didn't really go for a qualifying lap. I just put a banker lap in and just went round and round and round to get some practice in. But yeah, it sort of puts me in the danger spot now that I could easily get into a turn 1 collision here, so I've got to do my best to avoid that. Now, I was thinking about, should I do a live commentary for this race, but I was thinking about it. I've got a bit of a cold and I sound a bit stupid, so you probably don't want to hear me sounding stupid for 30 minutes, and I'd rather do like a highlight video just for this one. In the future, if the races is better, and also if I don't have a cold, I'll be definitely doing a full race live commentaries. I really do enjoy them. But yeah, there's the grid, and Codmaster is back in the league. Had a little bit of time out. I suppose he was just thinking about whether he wanted to keep going in the league, but he's back and he did a great performance here today. He said it wasn't his best drive, but he still got a good result, and definitely at Monaco you want to get that good result because it does mean quite a bit finishing in Monaco. And here we are going to the race. Race starts in no time whatsoever. We're going to the grid in my Sauber. My teammate Dan, I don't know that this was his best race in the world. I don't think he was quite on the pace that he was expecting here. But he just wanted to get some solid points at the end of the day. I think a top 3 finish would really help him. Ryan and Matty aren't in this race, but Ben is in this race. So Team McMardick is in the race, and as you can see there, starting from pole position. So in my mind at this point of the race, right at the start, I'm thinking just don't get in a turn 1 collision, Alex, because this is where you can lose the whole race. You cannot win the race on this first corner. So I'm just going to try and stay out of it as much as possible. Just try and make sure that I don't get in the accident. I know DMAD96 is going to be desperate for a position and might dive it down the inside of me. You can see that Arte, I think, is hosting this lobby. I'm very thankful of that. Had a little bit of lag off the start, but look at this, a classic turn 1 accident. Too many cars going to turn 1 at the same time. And guys, I'd really appreciate in the comment section of this video, just leave me a comment about who you think that fault was. I mean, Dan was sort of the innocent victim at the end of the day. He ended up in the barriers and nearly a lap down at some points after this first lap. He was really far behind, and he got caught up in another accident trying to pass one of the slower guys, and he ended up losing even more time because of that. Now DMAD is behind me, and he dives it down the inside a little bit there, but that puts him out of position, and actually I think VSL went for the move down the inside of him there. Then VSL runs a little bit wide going into the hairpin, maybe causing him a bit of trouble and losing a bit of time there. Now Arte is in front of me. He's sort of one of my sort of rivals in the championship. I know he's really fast, and it's really going to be more down to luck beating him in the championship this year, but I'm going to try my best. I know he's a fast driver. As with Sirlane and Jokers, probably my 3 competitors in the league at the moment are the people I'm going to be going for, into battle with, if you will. But there are really quite a lot of fast drivers in this field, and there's a lot of experience in this field, and just a couple of people not really sometimes getting it perfect. But yeah, you can see Arte spun around there. DMAD hit me across the corner there, and I was a bit wary because in these first couple laps he was very, he was attacking quite a lot, and it was a little bit annoying because I kept getting hit going into a lot of the corners. So I don't know whether he was over attacking at the start of the race. I mean, obviously you want to get past in Monaco, but really it would be no time whatsoever before I make a mistake, so maybe it's better to wait for me to have a mistake, but I don't really know. You can see there Jokers has made his mistake, spinning round and losing a little bit of time there, but now breaking down into one of the trickiest parts of the track, going down to the Lowe's hairpin, I think that's what it's called, and going a little bit wide, but luckily just getting into the corner all right. And we actually see there's a Mercedes catching up to the back of DMAD96, and hopefully that might sort of relieve a bit of pressure off me, but the Mercedes has dropped time, and you can see there I've got 6 laps extra fuel. So if I started on the fast fuel mixture in about lap 10, I could probably get to the end in fast fuel mixture, because it never seems to go perfectly there. I had that trouble throughout the whole race. I just didn't turn into that corner right and got quite a few corner cuts. I didn't end up getting a penalty, but I do feel that I probably deserved one, the amount of times I did that. Getting a little bit wrong through there and losing a bit of the front wing. Very disappointing from me there. Not very good driving from me. And yeah, that was overall quite disappointing to lose my front wing there, a little bit of my front wing. And I thought you saw there some front wing debris, so somebody in front of me's hit their wing off, so I suppose everyone is doing it, even the fastest guys in the field. Here we are on lap 8, up into 3rd position. I think Codmaster pitted a little bit early, and it's going to be interesting to see where he comes out after the pit stop stages. He's 12 seconds behind me going into the pits. I'm putting on the prime tyre, the yellow walled tyres, and I'm probably going to come out in 5th position here. Sadly, only 10 people still in the race, and that is one thing I've got to think about. For people that rage quit, for people that just end up raging because they might have had a spin on lap 2, I've got to sort of introduce some sort of system. I know that Arte was telling me that another series called TGP does a penalty point system, that if you drop out the race or if you crash into people, that you get a penalty point. I think he said that if you build up enough penalty points, you'll get a ban or something like that, and that's a really good idea. And I might I'll sort of ask if I can use that idea in my league, because that would be something that I'd really like to have in the league, to make sure that people aren't rage quitting and crashing into each other. Because obviously when you rage quit, there's only there's no chance to really be getting points, so it's better to stay in the lobby and see if people get disqualified or whatever, because you might actually get some points even if you don't finish the race. Now Dan has chased me down, he's got the older tyres on, and I hear a message in my radio telling him to let him through, and I do just that. And anyway, so going on to lap 12 here, and yeah, it's not really my best track in the world, but I wouldn't be disappointed if I finished 5th in this race. In fact, I'd be very happy if I finished 5th, because I've ended up doing not too badly. Then Jokers is coming up to me here, but look at that, I don't know what was wrong with me there. I just steered into the corner. Jokers thought it was his fault, so he let me through. And every time I rewatched that, I felt even more stupid, because I just turned into the wall and spun myself. And anyway, on to lap 16 here, we're having a battle with Sirlane, and my tyres are really off here, so I'm just trying to turn into the corner. Get a little bit sideways here, then Sirlane full speed into the side of me. I end up losing my front wing. I don't know what happened there. I ended up losing it, and I think Sirlane got a penalty for that. Who knows? But anyway, we've got more trouble coming up behind us, because Ben, the leader, is about to lap us, so we've got to get out of the way as fast as possible. I fly across the inside of the hairpin to try and get out of his way, crash into the wall, just to make sure I don't get in his way, because I know I don't want to ruin his race. But yeah, you can see here, I'm now a lap down, and 15 seconds behind Sirlane after I had to do my pit stop. And you can see there, Codmaster, 3rd position, has lapped me. Only 6 people getting to the end, braving it out to the end of the race. And I must say thank you to everyone that actually stayed and finished. And I think Arte stayed to watch the rest of the race. He was in position 7 at the end of the race. So there are the results. Ben wins from RLS DRM. Codmaster on his comeback finishes 3rd. Dan, after his first lap collision, finishes 4th. Sirlane 5th. Me 6th. Arte 7th. 8th is Jokers. 9th is Zero Atoms. 10th is DMAD96, 11 Rebound, 12th VSL Infinity, and I think that was it for the Monaco race. And yeah, if you want to go over there and check out the TheAfRoLeague website, I'll leave a link down in the description. Here it is at the moment. It's being maintained by a lot of awesome people, and I'm very thankful of it. All their Twitter links are on the TheAfRoLeague website, so you can go and follow them on Twitter. You can see there I was looking at the archive results, but here we are going on to the current standings. I'm going to click on the Xbox standings, and there we are. It's updated at Monaco already, so you can go and check out the standings. I'm not sure the constructors are updated, but definitely the drivers are updated, so go and check it out, guys. Let me know what you think of the website so far. Let me know what you thought of the video. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been Alex, and I'm out of here.